What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Crossplay, our video game podcast here at the Whatnauts. It is Saturday, August 28th, 2021. This is episode 87. Coming up on today's show, Gamescom gave us a lot of juice, my friends, a lot of juice for the future. A lot of stuff to look forward to. Fortnite has done it yet again, my friends. And Alan fully has become a Digimaster now. 100%. He has reached his full form. But we'll get to all of that in just a little bit. My name is Gino Viteri, and I am joined by Kyle Springer. What's up, Kyle? How you feeling?
Hello, I'm feeling good. Wide awake since I woke up like 5 hours ago. So I'm like, it's the afternoon. I slept in till like 1. It's great. I'm wide awake, ready to go.
Nice, dude. Nice. Okay. 5 hours ago. That's wild. Ignacio Rojas, what's up, Ignacio? How you feeling? When did you wake up?
Funny enough, about 5 hours ago.
No way, for real? Yeah. Damn, you guys.
You're both wearing red. We both woke up like 5 hours ago.
Yeah.
Oh, look at me. And I'm wearing blue. Normally the opposite of red, you would think, is blue.
Yeah.
And I woke up way earlier than you guys. I woke up
what a weirdo.
10 hours ago.
Why would you do that?
I woke up because the thing is about man, I don't know about you guys. I hate naps more than anything. I will, and that is very unpopular. That's a very unpopular
I repeat
thing.
My statement. What a weirdo.
Yeah. That's a very unpopular thing, but I just hate my logic. People understand. I don't like wasting the day, and that makes sense.
Right.
What I mean? Yeah, that's totally normal. But people just say naps hit so good, dude. They hit so well,
Gino, funny enough, I'm with you. I do not like naps because of that, because I feel like I'm wasting time. It's not the same as me sleeping in until later. I can stay up. I can sleep until 2, 3, 4, whatever.
Yeah.
But taking a nap to me feels like I could be doing something else.
But it's also pretty stupid that I say that. I'm wasting my day. But it's not like I'd be doing anything anyway. You know what I mean? It's like
you're playing Final Fantasy.
I'm just playing Final Fantasy. But that's that extra, dungeon that I could do that. If I was taking a nap, I wouldn't be doing, I'd just be dreaming about it. But yeah, man, I'm a weirdo like that, so sorry about that.
Naps are amazing. I'm like, I can do the 30-minute power nap, but only if it's my body demanding it. Dude, just shut down. Go. You need this. But my normal naps have to be 2 or 3 hours.
That's a day gone. That's it. Your day's gone, dude.
See,
you might as well go to sleep till the next day.
I'm nocturnal, where I like staying up late. If we didn't have society, then I would be nocturnal. No one would bother me. Everyone else is asleep. I can do whatever I want while I'm just minding my own business. I'm good.
I would advocate for that. Just everything is 24 hours. You know what I mean? Then you have the nocturnal people, right? Yeah. You have the daytime people. But then also, let's just go ahead and say 4-day work weeks. Let's just go ahead and say 4-day work weeks, 3-day weekends. And life would be so much better for all of us. You have no idea. That's the thing.
While we're at it, let's just get rid of capitalism, right?
Yeah,
exactly. Let's just go all the way.
God, but it's like I don't know if I was at the top.
No, let's go all the way. No one has to work. Okay, no one has to work.
Fuck society. Let's just get rid of society. Let's go live in caves.
We'll figure it out.
Let's kill everybody. Let's just go to that.
Whoa, Gino! No, too far.
God, it's so weird because if I was at the top, I'd be like, you know what? I want to do 4-day work weeks too. Let's freaking do it, guys. And it's like, why is it not like that, man? Why aren't people like? We should. I totally support laziness. I support laziness as long as you're smart. You know what I mean? Laziness makes you do things the easier way, which is technically smarter. You know what I mean? Like how Alan says, people like to take the long road. He likes to take the short road. Is that what he said? No, but that's what Alan said. People take the long road.
Yeah, he takes No,
people take the short road.
He takes
he
the
likes
long
to
road.
take the long road, which is stupid. You know what I mean? Alan's not
Yeah.
being lazy. He's not being lazy. Be lazy. Take the short road. Get the easy trophies. You know what I mean? And then just live and win in society that way. You know?
Nope.
God, why isn't
one day?
Why isn't life just better? Just get better, man. Anyway, Alan is not here because he decided to take the long road.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
he sure did.
And he
Sure
got it, and he's too late now. He made it too late. He didn't make
He'll
it
go
on
through
time.
that road.
Yeah, he didn't
Had
make
he
it
taken
on
the short
time.
road, he would be here.
Exactly, he would be here for the podcast if he was taking the short road.
Yeah,
but he decided to take the road long traveled. The road long traveled.
Guys, my body hurts so bad.
Mine
what
too,
did you
man.
do?
I don't know why. Yeah, but why does you? Because you're doing karate.
I'm the old man here. My body should be.
It's because I did karate Wednesday, and up until yesterday I couldn't lift my arms.
Damn, dude. Did you get your ass handed to you, or did you just?
No, it wasn't that. It was just doing a lot of
workouts,
demanding things.
Yeah, I feel
not necessarily combat
repetitions.
I feel you. Yeah. I think my back hurts because the chair I had. Oh, by the way, I mentioned this on our Patreon exclusive fantasy draft podcast that I got a new chair, which you guys could go check out if you. How much do they support us at, Kyle, for that? $3?
$3 and above.
$3 and above. You get Patreon exclusive for our fantasy draft. That, by the way, Aliens Fireteam came out. And I said in the podcast, I hope at least it gives me 1 point. At the very least, please give me 1 point. And it gave me -1. It gave me -1 point.
The last time I saw it, it was just straight up 70.
Damn it, dude! Really?
The last time I saw it, straight up. No, but that was when it came out.
I looked at it now today, and it's at 69.
Dude, Gamescom messed up our fantasy draft so bad. We should have waited a week.
Yes, man. I'm glad I still have money, though. I'm glad I still have money.
I think I may have overspent. I don't know how that works in there because I bid on so much stuff. But yeah, that'll be up on Patreon. Yes. Patreon.com/the Whatnauts if you guys want to go support.
Exactly. So speaking of Aliens Fireteam, my friends, why don't we get into what we have been playing? All right, my dudes. So since I mentioned Aliens Fireteam, I might as well mention that I have been playing it.
Cool.
I played it yesterday for I would say 3-4 hours.
Did you fire your whole team?
Did I fire my fire team? That's that's a terrible pun, and I'm a little upset with you about it.
You're welcome.
I'm really mad right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's so fucked up, Kyle.
Good.
Why would you do something? So I played it for 3-4 hours, and so I was my friend was streaming Nikki Bagalnik5 on Twitch. She was streaming it, and I was shooting the guns she was talking to her chat or something. I was shooting the guns in her in her ears, and I was like, these guns sound super weird, dude. Why is it? Why did it's a regular assault rifle, but it's it sounds like that. It's so weird sounding.
Weird.
And someone in the chat told me that's how it sounds in the Alien movies. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's interesting. That's nice. So it looks like the game itself is lending itself really well to the lore of the franchise. So that's cool. I don't know much about Aliens except about xenomorphs and the Queen and Alien versus Predator and Michael Fassbender. You know what I mean? So
just versus Predator and Michael Fassbender. That's all I know.
So yeah. So it's actually it's pretty fun. It's it's the basic Left 4 Dead. Waves of monsters. You're trying to get to something. And it has this sort of story that you're following that I would not give the time of day to pay attention to. There's a lot of talking, but it's not something that I'm interested in. And the characters themselves, when you go into dialogue, they're fully voiced, but they're like this. straight face. Their lips don't move, and I was so weirded out by that. I was like, damn, their lips are not moving. They're just talking though. But so that was a weird oversight that they just, I guess they didn't care to make their mouths move. So it's a mindless fun game. I think this would have been a great Game Pass game. I do think it is properly priced at $40 though. Okay. So it's good that it's not a $60 game, because this is definitely not that. So yeah. I like the idea of, developers knowing what their game is worth, and $40 I think is a fair price for this. The other thing that I noticed is it's really hard. It's extremely difficult. It gets really intense. There's different.
Kind of what I've been hearing, not so much in the difficulty, but just the like everything swarms you.
Yeah, yeah. There's like
nonstop.
An overwhelming amount of like aliens coming at you.
Yeah,
and it's like, that's not what the movies are like. I thought there was one. I thought there was one, but
there's like sequel, Aliens.
Oh yeah, there's
something new besides Michael Fassbender.
There's different kinds of aliens or xenomorphs. They call them Xenos. I thought they were saying Geno for the longest time.
Xeno,
gotta kill all those Genos. Gotta kill all those Genos.
But they call them Xenos, and there's some that are like spitters. There's ones called prowlers that they're like hiding in little like roofs and little corners, and when you get there, the first player they see, they freaking jump on them, and you have to do like a thing to like escape. There's these other ones called warriors that are freaking huge as shit, which I think according to the lore, the warrior alien was the one that was in the first movie. I mean, so there you go, there you have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it is kind of like your typical Left 4 Dead situation where they have the different types of characters. You got your big one, you got your fast one, you got your normal one. Jumps at you, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's that base. That's why I don't really need to describe much of what the game is, but it's a nice mindless fun to play.
But okay, so how was the experience? And you said that you played it with your friend. Was it just the two of you? Did you have a squad?
It was three of us. It's only up to three. Yeah, it's only up to three. You have different classes. I don't like the way the classes work. I think it's their skills are not on cooldown. Like I was playing the doctor specifically. They put down this like healing little pillar. But once it runs out, it doesn't go on cooldown. It just runs out and you're done. You don't refresh it unless you get like these little med kits that are that you see very rarely. Maybe like at checkpoints mainly. If you pick up a med kit, it uses that med kit to refill that, and then you can't use that med kit for yourself anymore. It's so weird the way
pick up those med kits then, or
other people can pick up med kits, and that's for them. You can only hold one med kit at a time.
That seems like a terrible idea.
It makes it makes it even harder off of how hard it is already. Like just there's no ways to there was times where we just had no heals. I was a medic. I couldn't heal anybody anymore.
Yeah,
it was
why even have a medic class if it's just a free for all?
Exactly.
Maybe that guy starts out with like 2 med packs, but that's it.
That's it. Yeah, that's what makes him the medic. It's so weird. I don't know. It's just a lot of weird choices to just make the game a little bit more engaging, but just makes it more tedious. Because my friend also told me that there's these I didn't get to experience it because I was still early on, but there's these challenge cards that players can activate that I think just give you more credits at the end or whatever. But there was one where it's like your gun jams every few minutes. And it's like every 5 minutes, your gun just jams in and you're there and you're stuck for like a few seconds and you can't do anything. It's just like, this is just annoying. I don't want to do this for like 100 more credits at the end of the thing, which we're probably not going to survive. So it's like, So it's just weird. But yeah, it's this game would have been great for Game Pass, but it's not. It's whatever. I wouldn't recommend it. It's if you like aliens, you'd probably like the game. It's a little fun.
But it did have fun playing with your friends.
Yeah. It's one of those games that it is fun to play with friends. To play alone, doesn't really matter, because it's not really, you do need to communicate with each other. Because if you do separate, you will probably die.
As you should.
Sure about that.
As you should. Do you see an opportunity for this game to kind of grow or expand down the road, like 6 months to 8 months in? Like, do you feel like there's going to be some kind of DLC with like, hey, here's new maps, here's a new xenomorph, here's this, here's that?
I was asking and wondering if people thought like, hey, do you think like maybe they'll just add like Predator like to this or something? Like that would be really cool. And I think
over with the Predator game.
Yeah, and
like
I think
Mr. X in that thing.
On the property itself, I think it would, Kyle, because people are still playing Alien Isolation. You know what I mean? So
but that's like a cult hit, like. People, once you like that game, really fucking love that game.
Exactly. So I feel like fans of Alien in general are really gonna like this game because it does take into account all that lore and it really is interested in all of it. You know what I mean? But me, not really into Alien, it's just a game to me. You know?
Yeah.
But with the way it takes into account, you know, the queens, the nests, the low crawlers, the different kinds of xenomorphs. People that really love that franchise would enjoy the game, I think.
Alien hasn't had a good track record with game. Alien Isolation, I think, is the outlier, but let's not forget that before that we had Colonial Marines.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
You've never heard of it?
No, never heard of it. I've also played Riders. Never heard of it. I've also played. Let me just side mention Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay. I played for a little bit. Played like 2 or 3 missions. No, just the single player because I never finished it. And I wanna finish it because I've just been like, I don't know, that game's just been popping up in different random places for me, and I was like, this game it's so good, dude. It's like that's one of the best games of this generation, and like, or for the longest. I don't know. That's one of the best games in the past like 20 years or whatever, dude. Like Red Dead Redemption is an absolute gem, and shout out to that. I've been playing it. I want to finish it.
If you ever pop into the online, let me know. I'll let you try it out.
Yeah, so people told me that they wanted to try online, so I might try that because I did buy the full edition or whatever. Because I went to go buy it in the PlayStation Store, and the regular standard was $60, and then the Ultimate Edition was like $17. So I was like, okay. But yeah, so Red Dead Redemption 2. And then after that, I also hopped into the beta for Riders Republic.
Yep.
And Ignacio also did that. I've been talking for a little bit, so you start off with this, Ignacio.
Yeah, I tried out the beta for Riders Republic. I'm not that into the concept of Riders Republic. You do not know it. It's just a combination of different sports into one. And so for the beta, you only have a limited amount of sports that you can play. You can play with. You have snowboarding, cycling, and I think gliding.
The jetpack gliding or whatever.
Jetpack gliding, yeah. So I think it is fine. It's fine. It doesn't do anything really that cool, but I don't know. Maybe if I had other sports could have been cool. But for what it was there, I think it was fine. It's not for me because I'm not really necessarily into the sports games. I feel like when you play through these games, and specifically when you play through here, I think that it starts being a little bit samey with what you start doing. Every cycling part feels like the other cycling part, or the snowboarding part feels like the other snowboarding part. So I think that it is maybe a bit better for mindless fun, specifically if you have access to all these other sports. That you can go in between one to the other to another to kind of like have it be have it be at least not repeat as much as always.
How far did you get, Ignacio? Like, do you remember like what rank you were?
No, I do not remember. I unlocked the part where it was no longer telling me where to go.
Okay, so there's a part later on after getting a bunch of stars and stuff where it really changes a lot. That because I noticed in the beginning races, I think they're all bots if I'm not mistaken. But then there's a part where it puts you in with a bunch of different players, and in the beginning you're going against bots and it's just 8 people. You're going down the mountain and you're racing. When you go into the game with the players, it is 64 people doing a race, and these races. They change from cycling. You jump into a ramp into snowboarding, and then you jump off a ramp into like flying.
Oh,
so so the game ends up changing a lot the further you get into it. And like you're seeing in the trailer right now, there is a lot of different things that you do other than just racing. So I think I personally I thought. I agree with what you were saying, Ignacio. The game does, it takes a little bit of a while to introduce the real part where it shines, which is this massive sprawling world with a shit ton of players, and you're just like, it's a clusterfuck of people just racing, bumping into each other. What's so cool about the races too is like, I'm like going 60 miles per hour down a mountain, and then I see like someone jump over me in a snowboard because they're also in another race, and it's like, it's just so extreme.
So the courses are like intertangled with one another. So like someone could be online in a snowboard race, but it's on the same mountain as you on a bike, but you're just on a different course.
I don't know if that's necessarily real or if it is fabricated for the stage.
Because that would be fucking cool.
I think it is like that. Because I think if I don't want to say this is true, but I think it is, where people are doing their race, but you can also just be in that, like in the open world. Like you can pass by where they're racing. And then or something, because it is an open world. When you open up the map, you're seeing all the tiny little dots of everybody just doing their thing.
Can you go mess with them and like crash them?
My friend, she played a lot more. There was a point where she got hit by a snowboarder, and it messed her up.
Okay, so you can't mess them up if they're in an official thing, but you're the one that
she was racing and someone else hit her from somewhere else and she got messed up. So I think that it is a thing. So it's just that part of it is just really cool, where it is just a clusterfuck. It's just people doing a bunch of random shit everywhere, and it's just like Steep times 100 is what it is. And I liked Steep, but this is
question. Does this remind you at all of SSX or like those games?
Someone said it does. I forgot who it was. I think it was actually Kyle Stevenson, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
He tweeted that it gives him SSX vibes and he really loves it. Really? Shout out to him. But
I loved those games back in the day, but I can't decide of like, is this just a racing game, or is this Tony Hawk's, or is this like an arcade kind of thing?
Kind of all of those.
Yeah.
You have different. I don't know if I played any snowboarding races. I think for the most part, the snowboarding was just do tricks and accumulate points.
Yeah, you do tricks.
So, yeah, but there are different game modes. You have your races. You have the trick, do the certain amount of tricks to get all these stars. I know that there is kind of like a Splatoon thing where you compete against people for domination over the whole area by coloring things while doing tricks. So there are several different things that you can do. As for if it does feel like an SSX, the difference here is that SSX is just a snowboarding game. This is a lot of different games, so
Right.
it only goes as far with how intricate all the trick stuff is, or how intricate the levels themselves are. Where I think with an SSX, you have a lot more focus on doing tricks, on the detail of the snowboarding races and all that. Where here, you do have your sound trick. You can even choose where you want it super simplified, where you only have to press 2 buttons and it's just a trick, or if you want to do it a bit more manually. But still, it does feel a bit more restricted, even with if you want to do it more manually.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how far I would go comparing it to SSX.
Yeah,
gotcha. There's good to know.
There's also the game also has, which I like. It has a lot of personality. It knows that it's funny, it's stupid, because the characters act like that.
Shaking his head.
It's gonna sound redundant, but to me, this is like Ubisoft Steep, even though Ubisoft made Steep, but it does feel like it is Ubisoft Steep.
Oh right yeah, no, this is definitely Ubisoft, 100%.
Yeah, because it does have the whole thing of, hey, you're the new guy here, and we have this whole community of string sport people, and you have to level up your popularity here, and you have your
here's the fake social media,
or whatever.
Here's all these outfits.
There's social media, and hey, we have this huge event right now here, and hey, let's meet the crew over here that you'll know.
Yeah,
stuff like that. It does feel like Ubisoft, even though Ubisoft means. But
yeah,
you understand what I mean by that.
But it's just like, but not just from like the cutscenes or the people themselves, but just like the experiences where you go into a race, and in this specific bike race, everybody's wearing an inflatable T-Rex outfit. And it's like your heads are bobbing and you're just like crashing into each other. It's just so funny. And then like I'm like going just traveling somewhere, and then I see someone on like a ice cream bicycle, and it's like they're like going super fast on an ice cream bicycle, and they're just doing their thing. So it's a fun little game. I do like it. I liked it from what I played.
Now, is that out in full release, or was that a beta?
No, that was a beta. A beta. It comes out in September, right? No, October. Beginning of October, I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
But yeah, Riders Republic. Okay, Ignacio, you also have Humankind here. Let's go over that before we go to Kyle.
So I mentioned last week that I was gonna try out Humankind because I'm a huge Civilization fan, and so Humankind.
I thought you were about to say like I was because I'm a human too, or I'm a huge fan of humans.
I have so much in common with this game. I'm also
Just want to see what Humankind is like.
About me.
Yeah. So I'm a huge fan of the Civilization games, so I wanted to see another game trying to do that. Humankind, I think it was made by people that worked on older Civilization games. And you can see that here in the game, where there are a lot of things that are similar to the Civilization game. And so I think that might be kind of like where my problems with the game start. It is very much like Civilization. You have a similar things that you have to do, like let's call it a route that you have to take, where you start your civilization, you have to develop new technologies, you have to develop your new units so that you can conquer even more stuff and develop new technologies and so on and so forth. My problem with Humankind is that it does that, but it feels like it takes so much longer to do, and it is a bit more complicated to do that. Whereas, for example, with Civilization, you start up right at the beginning of the game. First unit you get is a settler, where with settlers you can put them wherever, you settle your city is there. Here with Humankind, before all that, you get a previous era, because the game is divided into eras. You get a previous era where you are just nomads, and so you have to go through the map and you have to collect influence. I think it was what it called. It is a new type of resource that it isn't in Civilization, but you have to get this one resource that's scattered throughout the level, and then by doing that, you can establish your own settlement. But the settlement isn't the same as the city, where if you get this resource, you establish it. But then you have to wait a certain amount of turns so that it can turn into a city. And then, so that already, you're taking so many more turns to establish a city. And you need a city so that you can create your new units, that you can develop new technology and all that stuff. And even then, when you get a new city, creating technologies felt like it took way longer. Whereas, for example, with Civilization, in the time that took me to develop a new technology or a mine or an upgrade, I would have already created several units, new tiles, new specialized ties, and stuff like that. And so I feel like Humankind is trying to do the same as Civilization, but kind of complicated more.
That's what I was just about to ask. If you felt like it was like more complicated, or was just doing the same thing, just not as good as it. Like, is this more in depth?
I wouldn't call it in depth. Again, like I mentioned, there is this one path that you have to take with Civilization. It feels like the Humankind is taking the same path, but it is stretching it. You know,
is it making it tedious, you mean?
Kinda, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and so I played Humankind only once, and I got to like the second era, and I just couldn't keep going. It felt like I would much rather play Civilization. I would have already progressed so much further in the same time. I would have already had like 6-7 cities, and I barely had like 3 cities in Humankind.
Awesome. So
gotcha.
Delete. Thank you.
Yeah, if you want to try out a game like this, I would recommend Civilization for sure. It is so much better.
I was thinking of buying Civilization 6 the other day because it was on sale.
You should try it out. If you wanted to try out Humankind, you should definitely try it out.
I did buy Civilization 6. Let me see.
Okay.
I think I have it on Epic. You know how Epic gives you those $10 like
well, Epic had it for free at one point.
6? The newest one?
Yeah, 6.
Really?
Yeah, it was free at some point.
I remember
it isn't that new.
I remember
it is a few years
it's
old.
not the new one?
Yeah,
but it's the newest one out of all of them, no?
It is the newest one. It's still a few years old.
Oh, okay. Because I think I got it when it was like Epic gives you those $10. Yeah, I did buy it. And it was like $15. So I was like, okay, let me buy it. And
you should definitely try it out if you were at all intrigued by Humankind.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, so, I forgot. Once again, I forgot to put in something that I played here.
What? If it's Metal Gear.
Bet you it's Fortnite. Oh, no. Avengers!
Yeah.
That's too late. It's too late now. I played a little bit of it too.
Avenging failed.
Do we talk about Avengers DLC?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so last week I totally forgot to talk about the new War for Wakanda DLC for Avengers. So where do I start? It is a fine DLC. I think it is as good as the other 2 previous DLCs. Shout out to the team over at Square Enix developing Avengers, where all this is free and it is some good content. If you like the base game, this is a good content to follow it up with. I've seen a lot of people that have been saying like, oh, is this the game for people to finally fall in love with Avengers? Or, oh man, this is such a, like, this is the one thing for people to come out to Avengers. I feel like if you liked Avengers, you will like this DLC. If you didn't like Avengers, chances are you will not like this DLC. It
didn't really change anything.
More of the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on what you didn't like. If you did not like the combat, it's the same combat. If you didn't like how much it felt like it was a Games as a Service game where you had to go on raids and stuff like that, or the separate missions and just to fill up a certain amount of things that you have to do, it isn't necessarily that. It is more of a streamlined story where you have like, I think 5-6 story events. And I think if you like that, if you like the story of the game, you just like the story parts of the original Avengers, and if you like the combat, you will like this. If your problems were more with the games as a service aspect of the game, the DLC, this one, and for the most part, the other DLCs do not have that much. It is more of a focus on the story. So if you enjoyed playing the base Avengers, and if you like the story components of it, you will like this DLC. What else? The story itself, I will say that it is a bit better than the previous two stories. This is of course based on Black Panther.
Yeah.
If you saw the Black Panther movie, you will of course know the Ulysses Claw character of it. And I like how at first, at face value, you will think that Claw is this guy that just wants to come to Wakanda because of the vibranium and just steal it. But by the end of it, I think that they did at least something interesting with the character where you do not agree with the guy, but at least his intentions are a bit deeper, at least from where he sees it. I really like that. One definite negative that I will say about the DLC is fuck that last boss fight. That last boss fight was so unfair, so infuriating.
Trying not to spoil, like a big difficulty spike.
It isn't necessarily difficulty spike. It is that they are throwing a lot at you. So without spoiling anything,
overwhelming.
The final boss fight is you or your team of 4 against 2 different bosses. But first of all, you have also a countdown timer that's counting down. So if it reaches 0, you lose. If they kill you, you lose. And you can expand the timer by defeating one of these guys, and then you destroy one. Not defeating, but wearing them down, so that then you can destroy these 6 things that you destroy one, you get more time. But it's like you have to manage so many things that you have to do in order to not lose, that it becomes annoying. And also the bosses themselves can do stuff that prevents you from doing something. Like, for example, say one of the bosses, I wore him down, I can now destroy one of the things because the timer is running down. So if I would destroy this one thing, I get more time. But then the other boss just creates this whole energy field that traps you in. So, and the other things that you have to destroy, and the other things that you destroy are on a timer that also, if certain time passes, you lost your chance to destroy them.
Weird.
And so that happens. So it becomes a game of. So I have to balance defeating you, but if I only focus on you, then these other things are gonna mess me up. And if I focus only on you, the other things are gonna mess me up. And also I have to be very aware of how much life I have, because even if I kill one of you and I'm almost gonna kill the other one of you, and if I die, I still have to restart it all over again and have to go through the whole timer over again.
That's not the raid, right, Ignacio?
No, it is a final boss.
Oh, because there's a raid, right?
I don't know.
They said one was coming. I don't think they've
they
actually
said there's gonna be a raid as part of this.
I only
that was
played
the thing
the
that was
story
out in like September of last year. I think that Fran got to play. Fran Mirabella, and then it was they were like, oh, never mind.
The thing that Fran played still is not out.
Yeah,
I think it's Omega level threat thing. I think that's what they are.
I see.
Not necessarily raids, or maybe they're raids. I don't know.
That might be their raid thing.
One thing I'll say about it is a shout out to his name escapes me, the voice actor for Kratos, which does Black Panther,
Chris Judge,
King T'Challa.
I believe.
Chris Judge, yes. Extremely different voice from Kratos, which is wild. So shout out to him. Does pretty well as King T'Challa.
That's cool.
I could move too much as King T'Challa.
Returnal, you've been playing here, Kyle. How's that going?
I returned to Returnal. Just kind of randomly was like, you know what? I'm gonna play some more Returnal because I bought the game when it came out. I'm in a loop.
You're in a loop.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly am. Yep.
Because a few months from now, you're going to return to Returnal.
Returning back.
How many levels in are you? How many bosses have you killed? How many bosses? 5?
So here's
7?
the thing. When I first bought the game, I only played it for like 2.5 hours and was like, hey, this is really, really cool. I'm not great at it yet, and I think there was something else that came out right around then. I just stopped playing it and fell off of it. So yeah, I went back to it being like, man, I remember this game being good. I want to play this game. I think I've now played 8 hours total,
and
I both love that game and I hate this game. It's gorgeous. It looks so good. It feels so good to play. It's so responsive. It feels right. The guns feel good. Everything has the right weight. It just it's impeccable. It's great. I also hate this game. I'm not good at this game. Like I'm your average normal gamer. Like I'm not particularly great at stuff. I cannot beat the first boss. Period.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be able to beat the first boss because this game relies on you as the player, like physically becoming better. Like mutating into this superstar pro gamer to have the right reaction speed to dodge this and I can't. It's not gonna happen. And
that's why I'll
there's
say
no way
I think this game is bad.
Yeah, there's no way to get better
guns.
There's no way to level up. You can't, like, if you collect I believe it was called ether. Yeah, to then like get the things at the start. It's like, here's this new thing you can use while you get. Those things are fucking useless. Those things don't do anything. They're so frustrating. And I'm not even one of those people that are like, it needs a save system. I don't think it needs that. It's fine without one, but it's just this idea that there is no progression in the game unless you are a superhuman.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Cal, so how many times have you gotten to the boss of the area?
6 or 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because last time I think I read your tweet and you said like it was your first time getting to the boss.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if
go ahead.
If getting to the boss and killing the boss is giving you such a trouble, you will have an even worse time with keeping up with the game.
That's the thing. Like, I know it's only gonna get harder and more difficult. So it's just like, if I can't even do this, like, why? And I can't like bump it down. There's no difficulty settings.
I agree with you, Kyle. I don't want to go on too long because we got a lot of news to talk about. But
I deleted it.
Just with Oh, you deleted the news? Okay.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm done.
Just
yeah.
Just with Returnal Returnal itself, I don't have a lot of controversial opinions. I'll say Returnal's a bad game. I don't think it's a good game. I think it's a high quality game. It's a high quality game.
It's a good game with some very poor decisions made in there of just like how things.
So like the way I want to explain it is like, it's a high quality game. This is a AAA game.
Sure.
It's very. I think it uses the PS5 to its a good its capabilities. It uses it well. I think the game itself, when it comes to the way it plays, I think it plays very fun. But I don't think the game is fun to play. I don't like the idea of, especially coming off of Hades, where you feel the improvements in your character. You see yourself improving. You see yourself moving forward, even though you die. In this one, it's a lot of it is based on luck. if you find a good weapon, if you find this. And the majority of the game is also based on you yourself, like you said, Kyle, you yourself getting better at it.
Yeah.
And I am not playing games to
perfect
work. Yes, I don't want to work. I'm not doing that. I am playing a game to have fun, to feel good, to feel like I'm good, not to be like, oh, I just want to get better.
Of a challenge where like maybe you have to set up and like actually focus or memorize something, but not enough where like you physically have to have better reaction time or stuff like that. It's like that is never gonna change.
It's that thing too where like, oh yes, nice, I figured out the second phase of the boss, I get it now. And then you die, and then you only find a pistol on your next run. And it's like, okay, it's like
that happened to me. Like I found the boss for the first time, and then the next couple runs after that, I was lucky enough to have the boss appear in like room 2 or 3. And I was like, oh, this is great. Like, maybe this is how it works, that now that I've reached it, it's like, okay, this is the thing you need to go.
Yeah, you get faster to it.
Yeah. But then after those like 2 or 3 more times of fighting them, then it was always the last room possible. I had to go through everything else. And then there's certain rooms that it's like, why are there like 2 of these like giant tall guys that are hard to defeat? The whole room is on lockdown, and everyone has an extra shield because of this tower thing. And then I have the like big tentacle-y looking things in there, all in one room, mixed with the flying things, and just like this is a boss fight by itself. Like,
and
then
you get to the boss with like 25% health and a pistol. It's like, oh my gosh, dude. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm done with that.
For that, I want to say this as someone who got to the second world and stopped just after one time fighting the second boss. I'm gonna say that a lot of the progression happens within you. You are the one that has to get better at it, and the progression of the game itself, it happens maybe a bit too not frequent. It happens after a huge gap that you actually see any improvements on the character itself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. To me, personally, this is a good game. It is a fun game to play, but it is only fun until you realize how frustrating it can be that you get to the final boss and then you have to start it over again.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, my friends. Let's, before we get into the news, let's get into some housekeeping.
We put a lot of hard work into the shows that we make, and yes, we make multiple different shows here at the Whatnauts, and we'd love it if you would check them all out. You can find out more information on our website at thewhatnauts.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. When you type in the Whatnauts, all of our shows will pop up right there. Just don't forget to give us a nice rating and review if you like the shows. If you want to support what we do here at The Whatnauts, patreon.com/The Whatnauts is the best place to do that. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. You can get all kinds of exclusive content at the $3 tier. You can also get a shout out and thank you on all of our shows at the $5 tier. You can support us on Twitch by subscribing to our channel at twitch.tv/The Whatnauts, and we would love to have you all join us for our live streams and talk with us in the chat. And lastly, we have merch. If you want to grab yourself a shirt or a sweatshirt or a mug or something else, go to thewhatnauts.com/store to pick up some merch today.
And we are back. I would like to give a shout out to our Patreon supporters at the $5 tier and above. Sam, thank you so much for everything you do month after month, supporting us, keeping the mics on. And you also get the fantasy draft that we did if you support us at the $3 tier and above. We mentioned it earlier. You guys can go check out our fantasy draft for our, I'm going to win that. Our fantasy draft for the best games of the year.
Well,
so I'm definitely going to
more than one of your games got delayed out of the year.
Yeah, so I have more games to pick. That's the thing. That's how I look at it. Any other shows, Kyle, you want to talk about?
Yeah. So on the review show, this coming, we're recording this on a Saturday, so tomorrow on Sunday we are recording our end of the month special, in which on our book club style podcast will be the very first time that we actually cover a book, a real life book.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, we read an actual novel, whereas we're usually covering like comics and TV shows. It was like a 700-page
what?
novel.
And you read it? Oh
my god! How many
pictures?
Took the whole month. Well, actually, there were a couple pictures in the appendices. Oh. This was like since we were reading a book, we were like, let's do the most complicated book we can think of or find, so that we can, like, if we do more books down the road, they'll be easy peasy, right? And we're reading a book called House of Leaves, which is a really, really interesting novel about a house that seems to grow and expand on the inside, but does not change its dimensions on the outside. So it's kind of like this existential horror book. It's really
that'd be
wild.
A cool show to watch.
It'd be kind of interesting. But that's what we're doing next. But after that, Ignacio, you and Alan are taking over the review show for some Digimon, to finally put this Digimon debate to rest.
Finally show Alan how wrong he is.
Okay. Alan, take that.
Nice. I wanna give a shout out to you, Kyle, for the review show. I would never read a book in my life. To do, dude,
so shout out. That to was you guys. Like number
shout
5
out to you and Melissa.
Now that's read crazy, 5 books in my life.
Number 5? Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
that's me reading half of The Alchemist once. So there you go. there you go. All right, my friends, let's get into the news of the week. All right, here we go. We got a lot of juicy stuff from Gamescom this week, everybody. I should probably introduce I don't know, whatever. Let me go through. I got 4 news articles for you guys. 3 of them relating exactly to Gamescom, and one of them just happening during this week that Gamescom was going on. So let's hop right into the first one here. Microsoft took over Gamescom for its first day, which was on Thursday, I believe. Was it on Thursday or Wednesday? I don't remember. But Microsoft,
like Wednesday and Thursday, I think.
Cool. Microsoft took over the Gamescom stage, where they did their own stream, and they hosted. Was this hosted by Paris Lily?
Yes.
Or was that something? It was
hosted by Paris Lily. Co-hosted by him.
Yes, co-hosted by Paris Lily. And I didn't watch it, so I'm not sure. But here we go. I have a write-up here by Imran Khan over at Fanbyte that summarizes the conference splendidly, and I want to go through the few things that they showed, gave us updates on, and announced or whatever. And if you guys want to stop me on whatever, just interrupt me real quick and talk about it. So here we go. First one here is they showed a new Dying Light 2 trailer. Showed a little bit of the narrative, some of the characters, some of the gameplay. And we already know the launch for this is December 7th. Dying Light 2 looks freaking awesome, guys. I cannot freaking wait for Dying Light 2. Dying Light was awesome, and I am looking forward to this one very much. So that's why I have it on my fantasy draft, because this is a for sure 90 or something, you know what I mean? 100%. So there you go. You guys are also looking forward to Dying Light 2 or
yeah,
not really?
Yeah.
What about you, Kyle? You're not really into these. You didn't play the first one.
No, and I don't like.
I think I'm actually going to play the first one
baby.
again. I'm going to play the first one again, I think, just to like refresh and all that stuff.
I restarted it recently after the announcement of the Guild collection for the first one. Yeah. And I ended up stopping it.
It's also extremely cheap on Steam right now, so
yeah.
It's like, I think the base game is like $2, so it's worth a try if you want to.
Yeah.
After Dying Light 2, the head of Microsoft Flight Simulator, George Newman, sat down to talk about. I guess he talked about stuff coming to. He spoke about stuff coming to Flight Simulator.
Yep.
I have not played this. I'm not really interested in it, but that game looks cool. Always, it looks pretty incredible.
They kind of brought up some updates for different locations. They also talked about bringing in new historical airplanes for it, kind of like like in a museum way.
That sounds cool. Yeah, he says Germany, Austria, and Switzerland are coming in a new update. So there you have it. And then what do we got here? Humble Games, indie titles under the Humble Games banner: Archvale, Next Space Rebels, Midnight Fight Express, Dodgeball Academia, Bushiden, Flynn, Son of Crimson, Unpacking, Signalis, Unsighted, Chinatown Detective Agency are all in Caesarea, confirming they're on Game Pass day one. So there you have it, a bunch of games from the Humble Games banner coming to Game Pass. After that, we got Into the Pit reveal trailer. This was a roguelite with a T first-person shooter. This one got a trailer and is launching on Game Pass on October 19th. Into the Pit looks pretty cool. It reminds me of this other game on Steam that it's like, I think it was it Devolver? They made a roguelite game like
Doom.
this, like a first-person.
Doom.
Yeah, it looks kind of like Doom, actually, now that I'm looking at the trailer.
Like Doom.
Yeah.
Looks pretty interesting. And then what do we got? You guys interested in Into the Pit or no?
Nah.
Not personally.
Sounds good. After the Into the Pit, there's a bunch of stuff here, a bunch of bullet points. Age of Empires 4 gets the time in spotlight, showing off the trebuchet.
Yeah, kinda got a spotlight. Kinda, it was more
the trebuchet.
The keyword here it was a trebuchet.
Yeah,
they didn't show any gameplay for the game. They just the whole thing was
so
just
funny, dude.
Hey, here's a lesson on what trebuchets are and how they work. That's our Age of Empires 4 thing.
That's great.
What a trebuchet is.
That's a troll, is what it is. That's what they
God.
They trolled everyone. So trebuchets. We learned a lot about trebuchets there.
Yeah.
After that, cloud gaming is coming to Xbox consoles, the One, the S, and the X, this holiday.
Hell yeah.
So
that's
obviously,
awesome.
if you guys don't know, what that means is you can technically play Xbox Series S and X games on your Xbox One. So there you have it. Through the power of cloud gaming. What else we got? Wasteland 3 got a new trailer showing off new content coming October 5th. A new Sea of Thieves event was starting at the time of the conference, where with a new Borderlands themed ship that has the Borderlands logo all over it, and that one runs until September 7th. State of Decay 2 got a trailer with a new expansion called Homecoming, which is the third part of the saga of the game. Then we also got Stray Blade from Point Blank 505 Games. Third-person action game with a fantasy beat bent is coming. That's a typo, sorry. And then what else? After Stray Blade, we got Crusader Kings 3 is coming to Xbox. Psychonauts 2 got a launch trailer. And we got another trailer on The Gunk, one of Kyle's games on his... It got its first gameplay trailer, but no release date, and it is coming day one to Game Pass.
So they did mention kind of afterwards that it will be released in December, is what they say.
Okay.
They confirmed the release date for December, but they still haven't said the exact date, which I'm guessing means it's probably not. It's going to be like end of the year. It's not going to be like December 6th or something. So, I'm excited for this one.
Watching the gameplay, this looks like it'll probably be one of those surprise hits. Well, I don't know if it's surprise, but
I gotta say, I always make fun of the Gunk because it is such a dumb name. But I gotta say, it did look cool.
Yeah, it does look like an interesting game. I think
I'm onto something. I'm telling you, I'm onto something. It's gonna get me some points.
I think it'll be well regarded for sure. Yeah. It should be. That's in the maybe the high 70s, low 80s. You know what I mean? I would say.
Yeah.
We'll see. What else did we get after the gunk? We got a new Forza Horizon inspired controller. People were freaking out about this controller. I thought
it looks like a Rage 2 controller.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little ugly.
Yeah, I'm not a big,
not too pretty looking.
Big fan of that.
We also saw 8 minutes of brand new gameplay for Forza Horizon. You have this on your fantasy draft, right, Ignacio?
Yeah. Forza Horizon.
Yeah, fuck you, because that game looks freaking incredible, dude.
I told you.
Wait.
It was a good pick.
Yeah, that's a great pick.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing for Halo Infinite that day. People really thought they were gonna get some Halo Infinite news there, but we got it the next day, which we.
Why would you think that Microsoft themselves would be showing Halo? Why?
Yeah, I know, right?
Why?
Stupid. It's stupid to think something like that.
Yeah, these.
I mean, stupid. I understand that way of thinking, but it's also the bigger stage is actually Gamescom. Like this was a smaller thing that
Gamescom.
Microsoft was.
No.
No,
this is Games.
No, Ignacio.
Xbox's Gamescom presentation.
No. Okay.
Yes.
No. All right.
Yes.
Number
this
2.
Was the day before, I think.
Number 2. Gamescom opening night live.
You're jumping straight to that one. Not asking our thoughts of it.
Of the show? This is still Gamescom. We're still in Gamescom.
I just want to say this presentation sucked.
Okay.
It wasn't good.
Because it was supposed to be like a smaller thing.
It
was the smaller thing that they did on the side before.
It is the
Xbox
proper presentation at Gamescom.
You know what's weird? What's weird about it?
It happened the day before Gamescom.
But it is part of it. It is like saying that Microsoft the E3 presentation isn't a part of E3. Why would they do that? Why would they do anything good at E3 if it is before E3?
I feel like the thing about this one was that it didn't seem like it was gonna be a banger of a conference. Like I didn't feel that. Like I didn't think they were gonna show a lot. You know.
But I didn't even know it was happening until like a couple days before. I was like, oh.
But you would at least think that they would. If they were gonna show anything at Gamescom, it would have been at their own presentation.
Yeah. I understand. The logic.
This was the Xbox's Gamescom
it would
presentation.
Be at the bigger stage.
It wasn't an idea at Xbox. It wasn't an Xbox All Access or whatever it is called. It was Xbox presentation at Gamescom.
Yeah.
Trying to ride the coattails.
Kyle, is my camera doing something? No, right?
It's starting to do the
it's starting
thing.
To do something?
Yeah.
Should I just turn it off right now and turn it back on?
If you want to, go for it. Ah! There we go. Okay. Fixed.
All
Continue.
Right, there we go. So let's move on to number 2. Ignacio did not like the Microsoft conference. Maybe you like this one, this next one. Ignacio,
if you were a fan of Travis Shades, maybe you would have enjoyed his presentation.
Number 2, Jeff Keighley came out and took us out on a nice little date this evening and showed us a lot of fun stuff. So let me go through here. This is also a write-up from Imran Khan over at Fanbyte. Also, by the way, before I go into it, since I don't know if you guys notice, I pull a lot from Fanbyte. I'm a big fan of Fanbyte.
I wonder why.
One day, guys, I will be working for the Final Fantasy 14 media team at Fanbyte. That is my dream.
Yeah.
That is what I'm meant to do. Look, I'm looking at the camera. I did not know what I was meant to do in my life. Now that has happened, I figured it out. That's what I need to do.
Hey,
yeah,
Gino.
What?
Gino, this is your opportunity. Look at the camera and speak directly to Michael Haim, the head of the Final Fantasy 14 section over at
the head of the Final Fantasy 14 media team.
Friend of the show, Michael Haim.
Friend of the show.
Yes, on the show.
Friend of Gino Viteri.
Has been on the show.
Michael Haim, friend of Gino Viteri.
Well, I'm not sure because he didn't add me on Final Fantasy, so I'm not sure. But Ignacio, you did tweet out that that would be a dream job to be the head of the team. I don't want to take Michael's job. That you're already putting in a bad word for me, dude. I want to work with them. I'm gonna work hard as heck, guys. I'm gonna start writing. I know how to write, man. You guys don't know. I won a creative writing contest in high school. What?
You know what? We'll cut this out. Here is your opportunity. Talk directly to Michael Hyam. We'll send him the video.
I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say.
Just from your heart. What you were gonna say?
What I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, guys.
Talk to Michael.
Okay. I did not know what I wanted to do in this gaming space that we all are in. Everything that we're trying here. With this Final Fantasy 14 media team, I have now discovered it. I know what I want to do, guys. This is what I'm meant for. This is what I've been working for. This is what I'm doing. I'm meant to do this, dude. I am going to try day in and day out. I'm going to work hard as heck, guys. I am going to write. I am going to create. I am going to do everything to prove to them that I deserve to be on that team. I will one day be on Fanbyte's Final Fantasy 14 media team, guys.
Hell yeah.
Take my word for it. Take my word for it.
You will indeed take over Michael Hyam. No.
Absolutely not. I will only work with him.
You will usurp him and merge into a new being with him, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Kyle, don't forget to click that out.
Will do.
Okay. So let's move on to here. So we got the Gamescom opening night live. As I said, this is over on Fanbyte, summarized by Imran Khan. So let's see here. I kind of missed Gamescom. I just missed it. Yeah, I think it started while I was at work, so I just didn't catch up.
Look,
I was like, I'll just look at everything.
For as bad as Xbox's presentation was, this was way better. This one was a good presentation.
From everything I'm seeing, it was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
So let's. I assume we're gonna talk about almost every game that they showed here.
Yeah.
So let's start with they showed Saints Row, a world premiere of the Saints Row reboot, which is just a ground up, reboot of the initial game, or not just a reimagining. Just from what we're seeing, it has, for me, it has like the chill Watchdog vibes, that kind of stuff. But also it has its own Saints Row vibe. It looks really fun. A lot of people were disappointed in it going back to the way it was. But I think I like it from what I've seen. This looks like it's gonna be a fun game. And what do you think? What do you think, Kyle?
To be honest, I've never played a Saints Row game before, so this might be one of the first ones that I play, or the first one.
I think maybe even when the show comes out, Saints Row the Third is free on Epic Games.
Cool.
Oh, okay. I have not played a Saints Row to like to an extent. I have played. I forgot which one's the one that it starts with, I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep, but I miss you. What was it?
That's Armageddon.
And I don't want to miss a thing.
That's a movie. That's Armageddon.
No.
Nailed it.
That's the beginning of Saints Row 3.
Is it?
Remember? When you're when you're attached to the top, the
Wait.
The rocket that's going into space?
Wait, one more time. Can you refresh our memories? How did it start?
I don't want to close my eyes. I just want to fall asleep because I miss... Is that the lyrics?
No.
Are you getting it?
You know what? I think I'm starting to remember.
By Aerosmith.
No idea.
The idea is that you do not want to fall asleep.
I don't want to fall asleep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I just want to fall asleep. No, I don't want to fall asleep. Because I don't want to miss a thing.
Yeah.
And I don't want to miss a thing.
Even when I dream with you, the sweetest dream will never do because I miss you, baby.
Guys, this is the beginning of Saints Row 3, man. It's the beginning of Saints Row 3.
I only remember that it starts with you.
Or is it Saints Row 4?
Saints Row 3, I think, starts with you on the plane, falling from a plane.
Gosh, I wish you could pull it up right now, Kyle.
Which I think it was a cool opening.
Let's see.
Okay,
but I do not remember that song.
Ignacio, while you're talk about your thoughts on this new Saints Row.
The new Saints Row, I played through Saints Row 3. I played a bit of Saints Row 2. And yeah, Saints Row after 3, it completely went wild with it, to the point that I think it was a good idea for them to reboot it. Mm-hmm. I see the problem. From what we see, there are two different camps of people people that like it and people that do not like it.
Let me interrupt you right there, Ignacio. I sent it in the Discord, Kyle. The video at 10 minutes and 15 seconds is when the sequence starts. Where we could post this on YouTube, right, with the song, because it is Aerosmith.
You can sing it over it. No,
but you need
Kyle,
to hear.
You have to mute it. Kyle has to mute it.
Oh, damn it!
I might have to. I can at least confirm it if it is that song.
Yeah, at 10 minutes and 15 seconds, it is that song. It starts. But yeah, that's Saints Row 4. I was mistaken. It's not Saints Row 3.
No, yeah.
You didn't play that one?
I did play a bit of.
That's all I remember from it, because I was like, this is so incredible, dude. This is awesome.
But again, going back to the... Okay.
You see right there, like, I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep because I miss you, babe. And I don't want to miss a thing. That's what they're singing, right, Kyle? You're hearing it? Are you hearing it yourself?
It's just like hearing yours.
That's literally the song, dude. It's crazy, man. Okay.
But yeah, see, here's one of the problems that people had with the franchise, where it had just gotten even more ridiculous as it went through. Where in 4, you are the president, but at some point you get taken to a virtual world where you have superpowers. And so I think that it is a good idea to reboot this series to make it a bit more grounded and going back to what the game initially was, which was more of the gang warfare aspect of it. I can see why some people are not into what we saw, because it does feel like it is a bit more cartoony, a little bit more I don't know, less of the gang aspect of the thing, and a bit more like Watch Dogs 2, where you were kind of like this quote-unquote millennial. It was like a millennial gang, instead of the hardcore gangs that you would have seen. And so I see why people are against that, because it isn't really going back to what Saint Row was. It is going now to a different aspect of it. And so, again, we didn't see much of it. From what we saw, I personally am a bit intrigued for what we saw. But we will have to see when it comes out. Because one of the problems that I always have with the Saints Row games was that it feels like GTA, but in an uncanny valley way, where it doesn't play like it, but it looks like it, but it kind of does, but it doesn't, and so that part I didn't like. So we'll see from. Again, we only saw a few seconds of gameplay.
Cool. Yeah. So after Saints Row, we got the rumored Fire Access game from 2K Games, the Marvel game called Midnight Suns, coming on March 2022. I know you're excited for this, Kyle. What do you think of the trailer itself?
Hell yeah. I'm super stoked. To be honest, I never really got into XCOM, despite really being into turn-based tactical stuff. That one just wasn't for me. But yeah, if they put a Marvel spin on that piques my interest. And then they showed this, and it was a really, really cool tone. Just gameplay that looked very, very different from well, I guess we didn't really see gameplay, but just like it looked different from Avengers. They got Robbie Ray as Ghost Rider. They have Nico Minoru, who's one of my favorite characters of all time. Shout out to the Runaways. But yeah, this whole thing just looks incredible. We still haven't seen gameplay, and they're saying it doesn't hold any similar mechanics to XCOM. But I think they're trying to sell it to more people. I think it is still basically going to be XCOM, but I think I was listening to someone say that, like, hey, if Wolverine, for example, was gonna do an attack and misses, like, that's not gonna feel like Wolverine, so they kind of maybe do have to do something different.
Interesting, yeah.
So there might be some new things.
I think, Kyle, do you think, because I heard rumblings of this, people thinking it would be more like the Divinity games, like an RPG tactical.
They did say it was more of an RPG. Yeah, so you play as this brand new character that they made up for the game. Her name is the Hunter, and it looks like you can kind of.
That's a cool shot. Pause it right here on that shot.
Go back for a sec.
Midnight Suns also played a really interesting cover of what was the song again?
Enter Sandman, I believe.
Enter Sandman, really interesting cover of Enter Sandman there. But you got a really cool lineup. I feel like, I assume there will be more heroes than this.
I'm sure there will be, yeah.
But I really like the tone that it's giving them. This black and gold sort of
this like mystical magic based thing. Like there's Captain America's shield with these like magical runes all around it and stuff. We got really Blade, cool. We got Captain Marvel, Wolverine, Iron Man, Doctor Strange.
The title Midnight Suns, I don't know if it has some sort of relation to comic books or anything like that.
It does.
But that's a really cool title. That's a really cool name for the game.
In the comics, Midnight Suns is a team that is more like, it's the like darker, more demonic characters. It's Blade, it's Ghost Rider, it's Doctor Strange. Yeah, it's all of them.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool. That's awesome. Yeah, so we have not seen gameplay yet, just that announcement trailer.
Gameplay September 1st is what they said. So be on the lookout.
So next Wednesday.
So there you have it. Midnight Suns, finally. After that, I like the way that Fanbyte does this. And I'm gonna read it exactly how they said it. A big Call of Duty Vanguard segment. Hey, did you know that Call of Duty Vanguard is published by Activision, which is being sued for a hostile and sexually harassing work environment, and that Activision is actively trying to hide their brand name association with Call of Duty? Anyway, the game launches on November 5th. So there you have it. I feel bad. I feel genuinely bad for Sledgehammer. Because the people that I see talking about the game,
they're so excited.
Belinda Garcia and who was the other one? Alexa Ray. And other people that are extremely excited and super happy with the team that they worked with. It looked like they had an incredible team that worked on this. So I do feel bad for what's going on around them. That there is this negative. This bad taste on just Activision and Call of Duty in general for a lot of people in the gaming space. But I guess my stance on it is this isn't about them. It's about the company. So I'm sorry. But yeah, so Call of Duty Vanguard, any excitement for that for you guys?
Yeah. I'm not very much of a Call of Duty guy. I play some of the games and I do not stick with it, but I will say that this one at least looked different from the other ones, where from what we saw, it did give me kind of like Wolfenstein vibes, the newer Wolfenstein games, and so I think it looked cool, and I'm interested in the story of it because it is more of an alternate take of the story. What happens after Hitler dies and they have to hunt down these other people that remain?
What about you, Kyle?
I'm probably not gonna get it because Call of Duty really isn't my thing. If I happen to get it on Game Pass or PS Plus or something, then I would really like to check out the story. Because I would like to support some way somehow, but it's not on my priority list. So
cool. All right, so after that we got Halo Infinite. Finally, we got a release date for the campaign and the multiplayer. This is coming out on December 8th. And we also got a Halo Elite controller, Master Chief, which looks like Master Chief limited edition Series X, and a bunch of what's going on.
I almost fucking had one.
You almost had it. I haven't didn't get it, dude. I'm so mad.
Buy And my bank was like, that's not you. You wouldn't buy an Xbox. Loser.
Oh,
and then I was just, by time I got back there to be like, yes, that's me. Like, let me buy the thing that I want. It was sold out. And so I was just like, man.
That sucks. The console is so pretty, dude. It's so nice.
It looks really good.
Love it. And I am so heartbroken that that's it. That's all it is. What's sold. That console is not going to be restocked. It's a limited edition, dude. They're not going to restock that console. They're worrying about the regular ones.
We'll see.
Do they do that? I don't think they do that for limited edition consoles. They do the one run and then that's why they're
not necessarily.
Edition, no?
Not necessarily.
No?
It depends.
All right, give me an example, Ignacio, if you're so sure about that, because I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Do you want me to find your limited edition console?
No, dude. Not a resold limited edition console.
No. I mean, in stores. I will
Halo
say,
Infinite.
I want to remind everyone that the day prior to this, Xbox has their own conference. Okay. So it would have been a good moment to announce all of this at their own conference.
Do you also think it was a good moment to announce it here too? The day after?
I think it would have been a good moment to do it during their own conference.
Do it on the bigger stage, like they did.
Then why do a conference?
All right, Ignacio, let's be honest here. Gamescom is just a freaking a Google Calendar. It's just a Google Calendar. All right, it's just a luxurious Google Calendar.
I luxurious Google Calendar.
So they just did it the next day for their Google Calendar. So there you have it.
Sure.
Halo Infinite looks freaking incredible, dude. It's a shame that co-op campaign is not launching at the same time, but it will launch. I'm very excited for Halo. That's gonna destroy a lot of multiplayer games when it comes out at the time of release. It's gonna be a banger of a game for a lot of the gaming space, the multiplayer gaming space. So
I'm gonna say that it is interesting that it is coming December 8th, and they haven't shown any story stuff for it or story gameplay of it. They keep pushing the multiplayer.
They've showed a little bit of story stuff. Not much.
It was a cutscene more than anything.
So we've talked about Halo Infinite quite a lot already, so we don't need to say much about it. It's gonna be great. And shame.
We'll see.
If you could find me the limited edition Series X though, Ignacio, since you're so good at knowing, you know what I mean? Just let me know, and I'll buy it.
Sure, will do.
I'll buy it. Okay, so after Halo, we got Devolver Digital and Massive Monster revealed Cult of the Lamb, which is a roguelite about building your own hellish cult as a cute little lamb. So I checked this trailer out. There's a lot of roguelites coming out, guys. A lot of roguelikes. It's a very popular genre now. Mm-hmm. I'll be honest with you, I don't like that genre that much. Like I really don't.
And let's move on.
So you guys have no interest from Call of the Lamb?
No. Not for me.
Okay, sounds good. We can move on then. What else we got here? I'll scroll. I'll go through these. These are a little smaller, these announcements. Until we get to bigger ones. Just stop me if you want. Midnight Fight Express from Humble Games gets a trailer. It looks like Hotline Miami, but it's 100% more extra. That's coming summer 2022.
This game looks really cool. It does look really good.
Damn, stop me on
it is. Right. It is kind of like it reminds me a lot of Sifu, where if you've seen Sifu, a lot of the fluidity of the combat. This game has a lot of that too. So it reminds me a lot of that. Cool. It looks pretty cool.
Cool. Coming summer of next year. 2022. After that, we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge that announced April O'Neil will be a playable character for this brawler. So that's great. Then after that, we got Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania announced another character. This is Morgana from Persona 5 joining the roster along with Kazuma Kiryu.
Perfect.
So there you have it.
Super Monkey Ball is back, baby. It is great.
It's gonna be wild.
The game is so fun.
There you have it. Splitgate announced Season 0. They're calling it Season 0. and a new infection mode coming to the game. And what else we had? A trailer for Riders Republic, and that's when the beta came out, which we have tried. So there you have it. Then after this, we got a trailer for Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, and they gave us a spring 2022 release date. Any interest?
A lot of interest.
What's going on, Ignacio?
It looks really good, but they did announce what I feared, that it did get delayed to next year. So that is gonna mess also with my fantasy league.
Oh, it was on your thing? Oh yeah, it was. It is on your thing. There you go. Oops. Sorry. What else we got after that? A synced off planet. This one looks like a multiplayer, like space, a PvP VE kind of game. Not a lot, just a interesting trailer showing.
I do not remember seeing this game.
Yeah. Doesn't really matter. Outlast Trials revealed a co-op game from the Outlast series, which looks like I'm definitely gonna find a friend to play that with. That looks very great.
I'll play with Tom.
I don't know. That'll be great. But that's coming in 2022. Outlast Trials. All right, guys. I'm gonna stop us here for the best game that was ever shown at any conference.
Here we go.
Any conference ever shown. This is my new Final Fantasy 14 right here. Well, it was going to be until I found out more about it. Dokev, guys. We saw a trailer for this. Yes, please pull it up, because this is the most beautiful game I have ever seen in my life. Character design, little weird, little fetish.
It looks cool.
Little childlike.
What the hell is this game?
But this game, have you seen this, Kyle? Is this the first time you're seeing it?
No, I watched the trailer as it was happening. I was like, what the fuck is this?
This game looks so incredibly fun and just weird and interesting and just I'm really big into, like, if it's
everything. There's everything inside this. Like
world that you could AFK in. And it's just so beautiful. I think it's so incredible. Because
they're showing all sorts of, like, vehicles and stuff. You can ride bikes and skateboards.
And a llama, you get on a llama, dude.
Which looks more like a Kingdom Hearts like level of craziness, just like things exploding and confetti and lightning, and it's wild.
So this is made by Pearl Abyss, which makes Black Desert Online, an MMO. And I figured, this is their next MMO. This is freaking incredible. As you guys know, I love MMOs, of course. I thought this as an MMO would be fucking incredible to just play with a bunch of your friends. Like, finding little... It's like a creature catching sort of action game. So
we're a minute and a half into the trailer, and they still haven't shown anything about catching the Pokemon, these creatures.
They showed like 4 minutes of gameplay. I have no idea what the game is about.
There's legitimately everything in this game. If you've ever wanted to play a video game, it's in this one.
This is a video game is what it is. When I saw it, I posted on Twitter, this is a video game. Don't freaking question me or anything. This game is freaking incredible, dude. You want to play video games? Here's the video game for you.
Here's all of them in one.
This is what I'm just looking at. You're flying, dude. You're shooting and dodging. Like, you're doing everything in here.
Like, that looks like a battle royale with the big storm.
So
that's happening.
So
I don't know, man.
This game looks freaking beautiful, incredible. They were initially going to, they were making it as an MMO, but they decided not to. They decided to change course, and all they're describing it as is an open world action adventure game. That's what they're describing it as.
I'm sold.
They have not said
Jet
single
skis?
player. Yeah,
sold.
Look at the little baby car. It's a little baby car. Donuts. Sorry, for audio listeners, we're also looking at the trailer at the same time. So they haven't said if it's single player or if it's multiplayer. I assume if you could go in here with like 3 other friends and just explore the world,
absolutely, yeah,
that'd be great. But yeah, they're it's just such a beautiful, like, just on objectively, it looks so beautiful. Like the art style of it, the environment, the animations, everything that's happening, it's just so incredible. So yeah, this was the game of the show for me, dude. This game looks so weird, so interesting. It's so awesome, man. God, I wish it was an MMO though. I really do wish it was an MMO.
Wild.
I'm so excited about Dokev. But yeah, well, apparently 2022. We don't know yet though.
Yeah.
So there you have it, Dokev. I'm glad we talked over the entire trailer. It's a long trailer.
And I still do not know what it is.
After Dokev, we got Jurassic World Evolution 2 with a gameplay trailer and a November 9 release date. So that's that. Far Cry 6 got a narrative trailer. The main character has the same name as the football. The main character is Imran writes here. The main character has the same name as Football's Life guy from Ted Lasso. And the game launches October 7th. What else we got after that? Blood Hunt, a battle royale tied to Vampire the Masquerade, which I played recently. It's pretty good. It was alright. That is getting early access on Steam on September 7th. And I got another trailer. After that, Park Beyond, which is like a roller coaster tycoon, some kind of thing. It's coming 2022. And then we got another trailer for Jet the Far Shore, which is coming October 5th. This game looks cool. I think Jet looks great.
Yeah, but it hasn't gotten good reviews.
I saw 2 previews from people that were exact opposite.
Oh. I only
Jonathan Dornbush from IGN loved it. Okay. And Greg Miller from Kind of Funny couldn't wait to stop playing it.
Well, Greg and Janet Garcia both.
Oh yeah.
On Kind of Funny didn't like it at all.
If I'm not mistaken, Pop Agenda is working on with the PR stuff. So
that was weird. Yeah,
it's kind of
conflict of interest.
Greg didn't like it, and his wife is like, "Yeah, my team is doing all the PR."
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I'm interested to see. Well, I didn't hear why they don't like it. I just saw the tweets. But I'm interested to see for myself if I'm seeing someone love it and someone hate it. So that's pretty interesting. What else? Horizon Forbidden West, February 18th, 2022. We finally got a release date. It is not coming in 2021, unfortunately. February as predicted.
February 2022. Keep that in mind. Remember that month.
Yeah, please. You're gonna hear February a lot now.
Yeah.
So remember
Saints
February.
Row is also
Saints Row
coming out that month. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't say that, but yeah. Along with the trailer for the release date of Horizon, we also got they said that Horizon Zero Dawn is getting a PS5 patch. It has a 60 FPS now, so if you haven't tried Horizon, definitely go try that game. That game is incredible. We got another New World trailer. New World, as you guys know, is the Amazon's MMO that got delayed to end of September. So there you have it. What else? Marvel Future Revolution, the mobile game, got a trailer as well, which launched at the same time. Or it didn't launch at the same time, but it launched that day and got a launch trailer.
Yeah, that's good.
What else we got? I have here. There's a lot of. I'm gonna skip some of these guys. Let me skip some of these.
Yeah.
Valheim got a new content update coming September 16th. Valheim was very popular, so that's good to see that they're still supporting it.
Something that I want to point out: Age of Empires 4 got gameplay shown. Again, could have been in the Xbox conference. They could have shown that instead of the trebuchet.
Yeah. Aloy coming to Horizon. We've already seen that. Sifu got delayed to 2022, February 2022 to be exact. So that is another game coming out in February.
Yep.
And then finally the conference closed out with an incredible trailer of the director's cut Death Stranding game. Some nice things to point out.
Death Stranding Director's Cut feels like the adult version of Dokev. Where there's just everything in that game. It's like, why? What is going on in here?
So guys, interesting from the trailer. Very, very impactful things was said in the trailer. New fun. So
new fun, yeah.
So be on the lookout for that, because old fun's out of the picture now. It's all about new fun.
That's almost as inspiring as when Final Fantasy VII had the trailer that said graphics. Right?
Graphics. Well, there was another one. This game was this trailer was pretty memeable. Pretty memeable. But yeah, okay, there was another one, but I can't
think that's what they were going for.
Just new fun. So that is everything from that. Well, not everything, but a lot of from that Gamescom opening night live. Ignacio, how did you feel about this one compared to the Microsoft one?
Oh, compared to the Microsoft one, day and night.
Yeah.
This one was actually good. It was a lot of fun. I think it was a bit maybe charged toward the beginning, whereas towards the end, it felt like it was maybe stretching it a bit too much. Not many interesting announcements. The announcements were at the beginning of it. But overall, I think it was a very good showing. There were a lot of good games here.
Cool.
Do you echo Ignacio's sentiments, Kyle?
I didn't watch the Microsoft thing. I didn't really care about it. I watched bits and pieces. I watched Kind of Funny reacting to this as I was doing stuff around the house. So I liked what I saw. Seemed fine to me. That was it.
Cool. Yeah, I think it was a lot of good announcements. I didn't watch the conferences myself, but what really matters is the announcements, and I thought a lot of good stuff was shown. So very excited for games coming out. So let's move on to number 3 here, the longest conference out of all of them.
List everything.
We are definitely not going to go through anything. I told you guys to pick like a game or two that you probably thought was interesting from this, and we'll talk about those. But just things I want to mention. Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl. They announced 2 new playable characters for the game at Future Game Show. This is number 3, by the way, just saying. I don't know. At Future Game Show, we got Cat Dog and
living in a
April
world with a little cat dog.
So I'm going to be a Cat Dog main, guys.
Cat dog.
Cat Dog main. So I'm looking through this real quick. Kyle, any interesting games that you saw for Future Games?
Yeah, so I didn't actually watch this, but the thing that stood out to me looking through all the list of all the stuff that was announced is that there is DLC coming for Man-Eater, which is a game definitely. I never played, but one I didn't expect to get DLC. I thought it was just going to be like, well, that's our game, and then they would move on to making something else, because I feel like it was kind of wacky enough by itself. But yeah, man, they have a whole thing called Truth Quest, which arrives at the end of this month on the 31st. So
yeah, that looks
good
great.
for them. Good for them.
That looks great. I guess one thing I want to talk, I do want to mention Dokev. They also had a interview with the developers, which after the trailer came out, they got a lot of questions if it was going to be multiplayer, single player, and they still didn't answer it at this. So they confirmed, I think it was coming in 2022, which they didn't at the initial trailer. So yeah, Dokev just looks awesome. What else? I saw this game called Small Land, which it's like a survival game with a demo coming out in October, but it looks like Valheim, but like a fairy fantasy kind of game.
Oh, interesting.
Like woodland creature kind of,
fairy folk,
something like that. So it looks pretty interesting. It does look like an early access game, but that looks cool. That was something I was interested in. I'm a little sad we didn't see any Kena at this conference though, because
do we need to see anything more?
It's out soon. Yeah, it's out this next month.
A launch trailer or something.
You've seen enough.
I have seen enough. I don't need to see any more. That game's gonna be game of the year, to be honest with you.
Well,
Ignacio, anything you were excited for from me?
I had no idea that future game show happened. So giving it a quick look at the list that we have here, some things that stand out: War Hospital looks interesting only because it sounds like a good, like an interesting premise. It is kind of like a team game. I don't know how to describe it. They have it here, but it's
a strategy game. Yeah,
a strategy game, but it revolves around a war hospital during World War One. So I think it is an interesting concept here. What else? Project Relic looks good, gameplay wise. I have no idea what it is, but it is kind of like, reminds me of a Soulborn game where you have your big enemies that you have to fight and you have to dodge their attack, time it, and all that. Visually, it looks cool. Gameplay wise, it also looks good. So that one stands out. And then smaller things here. Rattler.
Alaskan Truck Simulator.
Sure, yeah.
It would have been great if we just all stayed quiet for like 4 seconds after I said that. So let's do it again. Alaskan Truck Simulator.
Yeah, so Rattler here. So Rattler is a game that we knew, but Rattler, I just want to give a shout out for the concept. It is just like the original GTA games, but set in more of a medieval time. And then finally, Timberton. It was a game that we had already seen before. There was a demo at some point, but it is kind of like a town building game where you are beavers.
Oh, okay.
I think that premise is funny.
All right.
Cool. There you go.
Well, Ignacio went through all the games, so might as well.
We didn't even put there are a lot of games here.
Yeah, there's a bunch of games.
Oh shit, Far was here. Far, we talked about it with Kyle, is the game where you are in a boat, where everything happens in the boat. What's that? And
it's going fast.
No, it is
like some flippy floppies or something there.
It is you're in a boat and it's a platformer and the boat travels around the world and there are these.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I got a new gameplay trail.
Oh, cool! Wait, hold on. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here that's really cool. So definitely go check it out. If you're interested in the like smaller games, Future Game Show always shows a lot of pretty good stuff. So definitely worth checking out. Yeah, I'm gonna look through all these games when I get the chance, because there's some that I like the premise of. So let's move on to the final story I have here, my friends. I have a dream in Fortnite, number 4 here. So let me pull this out from Fortnite, the Epic Games themselves, the website. I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on this. I'm a little on both sides. So Fortnite had an event. As you guys know, Fortnite has events. They had a creative event where they were displaying on the projector in the game Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech. And that whole thing, the DC 63, whatever, was being shown in Fortnite.
I don't think it is an event. It is more of a mode. You can
it's a mode. Yeah, okay. So it's a mode
jumped into Fortnite. Yeah. Jumped into Fortnite yesterday, and they were still promoting it.
So it's a mode from Creative Mode. Someone created it, and it's there. It's also a collaboration mode with Time, the website or the magazine, whatever.
The magazine, you mean?
The magazine.
The concept.
Yeah. Time, the concept. So yeah, my thoughts on I saw 2 different sides of this, where this is a little weird, little ignorant, little strange to do that, but I also saw where this is good because it's educational. People will learn.
Yeah.
So I saw one video that made it seem a little bit. How do you guys describe the movie The Purge? What kind of genre is that? What's that like?
Horror?
Not a horror.
Thriller.
It's like a alternate, like sort of. I don't know
history?
Apocalyptic? No,
not apocalyptic, but it feels like how people will watch. Like imagine a movie or a show where people are rooting for people to kill each other on a stage or something, like that kind of weird, like
snuff film,
like desensitized sort of weird thing. I forgot how to describe it, or I forgot what the word is. But it
torture
felt
porn?
Like that. No,
torture porn.
Yeah, no, it's not torture porn.
Yeah,
because that doesn't relate to.
Where are you going with this?
Yeah,
that doesn't relate to what I'm saying.
Okay.
So I saw a video where Martin Luther King is doing his "I Have a Dream" speech, and someone's doing the Orange Justice dance in front of the screen, and it's like that feels so weird. It feels.
That feels like it's mocking
it. What does it have to do with The Purge?
I have a hard time describing the way I'm thinking about it, but I know what I'm saying. I just don't know how to say it.
Got it. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like this weird sort of reality that we live in.
Dissonance.
Yeah, like a dissonant sort of reality that we live in, where someone's doing an Orange Justice dance in front of a screen in a video game, with Martin Luther King, doing his speech. It feels weird. It feels off.
Yeah. It feels weird to me. I don't want to say it's necessarily a bad thing, but it feels weird because I think the mix with this cartoony atmosphere, it kind of makes it feel like it's a caricature of this stuff. And so, to see videos like that of Martin Luther King saying his speech, and then right in front there's some guy doing a bunch of like Fortnite dances and teabagging characters, it seems disrespectful, and it seems kind of like it's mocking it. But I know what they were trying to do is have this educational thing, which I think is a great idea. There's just like, why do you need to do the Carlton in front of Martin Luther King? Like, can you take that stuff out of there? I
do want to mention though that they did take it out, the ability to do that in that in the thing.
Did they?
They did, because I saw when I was looking up the article, they mentioned, I think it was either today or yesterday, that they took it out. So people can't dance.
I saw people could do it.
Yeah, people can't dance in there, which is interesting. So that's why I think, like, I am also on the side of it that there is people that have never seen the speech or don't know about it. So there's kids in there that are going to see it and listen and be like, oh, that's it's educational. But I don't think kids are playing Fortnite to learn anything. They're playing Fortnite to kill. So
Fortnite has proven that it is also now an event space, and they can make successful events. That's true. And so I think they're continuing that of just like, what else can we do besides concerts? Can we do something like the Assassin's Creed educational tour stuff? I think they can, but I think they just have to work it out a little bit more, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I think people underestimate the social aspect of Fortnite, where Fortnite, yes, it is a battle royale game where you kill people, and people like us, that's all it is to us. But for kids, I think it is more of a social space where they can hang out with their friends, they can try out creative things, and that's where they hang out. And I think you can look at this in two different ways. One, which is more cynical, maybe, which is, why would you do this? Making fun of it. People are dancing in front of MLK, or this is epic trying to do a cash grab with something that's serious. But you could also look at it the other way, which is Fortnite is the biggest thing right now, and it is if you want to get to the youth, Fortnite probably is the better way to do it. And so you can look at it where this is something to get to the kids, to the youth. Maybe the best place there is right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there are definitely two ways that you can look at it. Did they mess up by allowing in the first place dances? It could have been done better for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
along with
at least they tried. My thought of it is that they at least tried to do something good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Along with taking out the dances, they also announced a Martin Luther King and a Malcolm X skin. So I'm just kidding.
Okay, that's weird.
Can you imagine, dude?
That's
weird. Can you imagine? Oh my god.
Okay, so when I first heard about the story of MLK in Fortnite,
right now.
That's where my mind went. That oh god, they're adding a skin of MLK.
Oh my god.
Why? What?
Yeah.
And then when I learned, okay, they're doing something good, but are they seriously gonna add skins?
No.
I mean, that picture that's on the website.
I was joking about
that. That picture of him that's on the website in the blue background.
Oh yeah, it is a
CGI.
It is a CGI.
I'm not mistaken. It's just really high res computer stuff. Yeah. Because I don't know, man, but no, please do not, for the love of God, do not ever do that.
Don't.
God, yeah, that would be too much.
No.
That would be a little bit. That'd be bad. So yeah,
that'd be real bad.
So there you have
maybe
it.
that's the next season. Political people throughout history. You got Martin Luther King. You got Gandhi. Oh my god, dude. You got Mother Teresa there.
And then the one that comes in like freaking Thanos is Hitler.
Oh god, Stalin. No god.
The Hitler event. Oh my god, that would be that's
canceled immediately.
That would
Fortnite's
be the end.
Done.
Okay. Yeah. That is all the big news I have for you guys. So Kyle, take us into new and notable.
All right, these are all the new and notable games for this week that are coming out. We got The Big Con, which is coming out to all Xbox platforms as well as PC on the 31st. Lake, which is the delivery man Gino's new favorite game, is coming out September 1st. Yeah, Gino Simulator. Lake is coming out to all Xbox platforms and PC on September 1st. The Medium, which was a timed exclusive for Xbox, not my favorite game of the year, is coming out to PlayStation 5 on September 3rd. After that, we got Fist, Forged in Shadow Torch, coming to PlayStation 5 as well as PlayStation 4 on September 7th. Sonic Colors Ultimate, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, September 7th. And last but not least, if you've been playing Pokemon Unite, Blastoise is finally out as a playable Pokemon.
Nice.
Go get yourself some Blastoise and do what's this thing, like a hydro cannon or something that he does.
Yeah, I think hydro cannon is one.
Heavily requested, and they listened and they gave it out.
There you go. Good stuff. Well, the new and notable is now old and noted, or whatever.
You know that. You know it. Don't say it. You know it. You know it.
I actually don't know what he says.
It is old and noted.
Old and noted. There we go. And with that,
he most often says old and notable.
There you go. The old and notable. And with that, let's get on to our lightning round.
Okay, real quick, we have 3 new short stories here. So first up, Apple is going to allow the App Store developers to email their customers about alternative forms of payment. So
interesting.
Apple has been recently in this whole legal battle about their App Store. So it does seem like they are going to be ceding a bit of the ground here.
Yeah.
Good for developers in the platform. Number 2, Netflix has added their first few mobile games to its streaming service, but for now it is only in Poland.
Cyberpunk land.
Yeah. That's I think that's usually where they test stuff. I've
heard
about them
around
testing
there,
some stuff
somewhere around
out there.
Yeah. So I think I saw something that was they had Stranger Things game, and I have no idea what the other game was.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So we shall see what it ends up looking at. And finally, EA is making 5 of their accessibility technology patents, including the ping system from Apex Legends, available for free to anyone. So I had no idea that they had patented ping. The ping
that's interesting.
Also interesting that they patented it.
Yeah, I guess it was the way in which they implemented it, not a patent of like the ping system period, but just like here's the way we made this thing. But yeah,
I don't know. Patents are wild.
Yeah,
interesting.
They are.
Cool.
But yeah, I think this is neat for developers who want to kind of include stuff like this to make their games more accessible to people who maybe don't want to talk on a microphone or can't talk on a microphone and stuff like that. So,
on them. Does that mean that the games that implemented the ping system after Apex were breaking the patent?
No, not necessarily.
The way they do their ping is specific to them.
It's like specifically their code, their technology. Now, if Bethesda wants to implement that exact code, they can implement that in their game. But I think what we saw Fortnite do when they put the ping system in their game was like, well, I guess we just figure it out ourselves, and they made their own thing. So,
all right, my friends, that has been the lightning round, and that has been all the stuff that we got here down on the dock. Ignacio, what are you looking forward to this week?
What am I looking for this week? I do not know. I cannot think of anything.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Kyle, are you like Ignacio?
No, I'm not a party pooper. I'm going to get excited about something, even if it's not a video game.
Oh, wait! Shang-Chi is coming out this week.
Yes, exactly.
Out.
That's why I was saying interesting. That's why I was saying interesting.
That is one thing to look forward to.
I already have my tickets. I'm excited.
Nice. I got to watch it, dude. That's the first movie I'm going to go see in theaters in a long time.
Yeah. Because they're forcing our hands and not releasing it on Disney Plus.
Yeah. They'll be also
your local theater.
Fuck Disney for that, though. Because they thought that Shang-Chi was not going to be that successful. And they're going to get
pretty good reviews.
They're going to get it. They're going to get it.
I think it's the opposite. They were counting on their success. That's why they're putting it.
No. They didn't think it was going to do that well.
Their reasoning. They are counting on the success. But no one really wants to go out of their house yet because the Delta variant is starting to kick up and numbers are going up. And there's still been no word from...
We're doing pretty good
Disney.
here. Thanks to you, buddy. We're doing
look up the comments on that Ignacio and what Simu Liu is. I don't know how you pronounce his name, but he had something to say about what Disney said about the success of Shang-Chi. So I'm very excited. That's what you were gonna say, Kyle?
Yes, that is one thing I am excited for. I already have my tickets for that. In terms of video games, a little bit of a slow week. I'm waiting on Life is Strange and then Deathloop out very soon. But I also, because Psychonauts 2 has been getting really, really good reviews, I downloaded the first one. So I'm going to try and play through that so that hopefully by the end of the year I can hop into Psychonauts 2 at some point.
Nice. For me, I am also excited for Shang-Chi, of course, and I am looking forward to getting back into Icky Vicky Island on Ghost of Tsushima. So I downloaded that, and I've been looking at people play it, like post little clips of it. Since Alan's not here and can't defend himself, that guy is an absolute fool for saying the combat is bad in this game. I'm sorry to tell you. Yeah. Combat is so freaking good in this game. It looks so cool, dude. It's like probably one of the best combat in more recent games that we've had recently.
Agreed. I think all of us here can agree.
Like, what the hell, Alan, man? That is such a bad take. Anyway. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And Labor Day next weekend, dude. 3-day weekend. Very excited for that.
Ooh, I forgot about that.
Just to let you guys know, I won't be here. Just so you know, just so everyone knows that's listening as well, I will not be here.
Cool.
Doing a nice little. That's also my girlfriend's birthday, so that weekend, on Saturday to be exact, which is when we record.
Likely excuse.
Yeah, how convenient.
It was her birthday last week.
Yeah, he says that all the time.
So yeah. Anyway, that is it. Ignacio, where can the people find you on the internet?
People can find me on Twitter at IgnacioRojasB. That's IGNACIOROJASB.
What about you, Kyle?
Before I say my social stuff, I do want to say that if you are interested in Shang-Chi, we will be doing a reactor core on that, which is one of our podcasts that we do full of like spoiler cast and reactions and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for that on the feed. You guys can just type in the Whatnauts on your podcasting app and all of our shows will pop up right there. Nice. But if you guys want to find me, I'm on Twitter at YoKyleSpringer. You guys want to? I guess you do. Do you want to do the end thing? I think I stole it from you last week because it's just like habit where I was like, and if you want to do all this, the stay up to date with all the stuff we do here at the Whatnauts.
I've been doing it. I've been doing it every time I do it.
But I think last week when we were all here, I think I stole it.
Did you? I don't remember.
I think I did.
I feel like you didn't though. I was doing it. I did it. I remember I did it.
Well, we gotta listen back to it.
You guys can find me over at Gino_Viteri on Twitter. And if you guys like us and everything you heard today, you can check out the rest of our shows on every podcast service of choice. I also said, that's what I'm saying. I say Tinder, I say Bumble, I say Facebook, I say all that stuff. I think last week I even said Facebook Marketplace. So you can check us out on all those platforms at the Whatnauts. You will find us there. Please support us over there. But this has been Crossplay, and you guys have been crossplayed for an extended period of time for this lengthy episode of Crossplay. So there you have it. So have a good night.
See ya.
See ya.